finally, the Koch brothers decided that he's too much of a liability. So we won't have that. So while there are times we supported this charlatan, el señor Trump, we are now going after Donald Trump. But will it work? Well, here is the ad that they're putting out against Trump. And Michael Steele has a response that I think we should all heed because he nails it. It'll work for some, but not for most.
As 2024 GOP candidates meet with voters in the early primary states, new evidence showing that Donald Trump's election denials are taking a serious toll on GOP finances. A Reuters analysis showing that the former president's false election claims are leaving swing state Republicans, quote, effectively broke as the party bleeds donors and cash. And the political network financed by a deep-pocketed GOP donor who has vowed to, quote unquote, sink Trump is out with a new digital ad in the early states. Watch this.
Instead of making Biden answer for his reckless progressive agenda, Trump makes the debate about indictments, personal grievances, and the election he lost. Sure, he did some good things as president, but the reality is Republicans lose if Trump is our nominee. Leave Trump's baggage in the past and nominate a new leader to make Biden answer for his failures.
How effective is it when you have someone like Charles Koch putting out an ad like that one, major Republican donor, right, but an anti-Trumper?
Well, what it does is it stirs some anxieties within the donor class, those who are sort of straddling between that world with the Koch brothers or other interests and the Trump community, if you will. And so you have that sort of tension. In terms of the base, this ad will mean very little. It will do very little. If nothing else, it solidifies more around Trump. It sets up what a lot of those MAGA heads believe is this sort of anti-establishment, us versus them kind of mindset. So this furthers that thinking, and you'll see it play out as the lead-in says, where candidates out there trying to get cash and support, and it's fractured and spread out, and it's not as concentrated as it once was. And so now they have to work harder to find those dollars.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because in the same respect as we're having this conversation about swing state voters, essentially, or swing state Republicans, I should say, being left effectively broke as they're reporting, right? We are also having conversations about the former president fundraising in record numbers after multiple indictments. Right? How do you actually even reconcile this? How do you square this?
Well, his base support of 40% of the Republican Party, those are small dollar donors, and they set up their accounts. Hey, take $50, $100, $250 a month off my credit card. So they just lock and load it in and go. Trump, meanwhile, has other major donors in the party who still support him and still will help fund on the back end a lot of those operations for him. So he's able to do his. The problem, which will be interesting to see, is how are the other candidates running against him doing financially?
Yeah.
Where are they getting their money? How easy it's for them to raise the dollars they need, particularly given the arbitrary and capricious kind of bar that the RNC has said, you need 40,000 individual donors and, all of this other crazy and signing a
And are they getting behind one? Are they getting behind just one? Are they coalescing behind one?
No, they're not coalescing because ego won't let you coalesce. Right. Ego's not going to let you coalesce because I'm the one. I'm the guy who can beat Trump, or I'm the gal who can beat Trump.
Right.
So there's not this sense that, as they had a chance in 2016, they have a chance right now, because once you do that first debate, it becomes even more problematic, particularly if Trump isn't there.
All right, I got a message for you. That is, he nails it. He nails it. He nails it. The commercials are not going to make much difference for those who are true MAGA. And not only is it not going to make a big difference for those who are true MAGA, but unless they coalesce around some particular candidate, the 40% MAGA that the Republican Party represents cannot beat Trump. Trump cannot be beat if they don't coalesce onto a candidate and work their butts off, because again, Donald Trump owns most of the plurality of the party. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.